Dear students, in this video, I am going to encapsulate lesson 3. Today I am going to deal with 10 topics and revise them one by one. The first is the factors that led to the nationalist movement. What were the factors that led to the nationalist movement? The political and the administrative unity under the British, the introduction of English education, then introduction of railways, growth of vernacular press, exploitative nature of the British rule in India. So these were the factors that led to the nationalist movement in India. If the question comes, what were the factors that led to the nationalist movement? These points will be the answer to it. Now the next topic is, what was the impact of the First World War on Indian political and economic life? So the first point will be, it led to the huge increase in defense expenditure, which was financed by war loans and increasing taxes. Then custom duties were raised and income tax was introduced. Prices during the war years doubled, leading to extreme hardship for the common people. Forced recruitment led to the widespread anger. Acute shortage of food due to crop failure in many parts of India was the impact of the First World War in India. Then the third is the idea of satyagraha. Now what was the idea of satyagraha? It can come in 2 marks question. The idea of satyagraha emphasized the power and the need to search for truth. If the cause is true and the struggle was against injustice, then no physical force was necessary to fight against the oppressor. By this struggle, truth was bound to ultimately triumph. The next point is, Mahatma Gandhi organized satyagrahas in various parts of India. So what were the places and why did he organize satyagraha? Mahatma Gandhi traveled to Champaran in Bihar to inspire the peasants to struggle against the oppressive plantation system. The second one is, he organized a satyagraha to support the peasants of Kheda, district of Gujarat, as due to crop failure they were unable to pay the land revenue. Then he went to Ahmedabad to organize satyagraha movement against the cotton mill workers. Then we come to the next, Rowlatt Act. What was the Rowlatt Act? Why was it called the Black Act? And why was Mahatma Gandhi so apprehensive about the act? The act was hurriedly passed through the Imperial Legislative Council despite the united opposition of the Indians. According to the act, the government was given enormous powers to repress political activities and also allowed the detention of political prisoners without trial for 2 years. Mahatma Gandhi wanted the non-violent civil disobedience movement against these unjust laws. The next topic is Jallianwala Bagh massacre and its impact. On 13th of April, the famous Jallianwala Bagh incident took place. On that day, large crowds gathered in the enclosed area of Jallianwala Bagh to protest against the government's new repressive measures. Some came to attend the annual Baisakhi fair as they were unaware of the martial law clamped in Amritsar, where General Dyer took to command. General Dyer entered the area, blocked the exit point and opened fire on the crowd, killing thousands. His object was to create in the minds of the satyagrahis a feeling of terror and awe. Now, what was the impact of this Jallianwala Bagh massacre? Crowds took to the streets in many North Indian towns. There were strikes, there were clashes with the police and attacks on government buildings. The government responded with brutal repression and the satyagrahis were forced to rub their noses on the ground. People were flogged and the villages were bombed. Mahatma Gandhi was so unhappy with this that he called off the movement. Next, we come to the topic Khilafat movement. The First World War had ended with the defeat of the Ottoman Turkey, and there was a rumor that a harsh treaty was going to be imposed on the Ottoman Emperor, the spiritual head of the Islamic world, the Khalifa. To defend the temporal powers of the Khalifa, the Khilafat Committee was formed in Bombay in March 1919. In India, two brothers, Shaukat Ali and Muhammad Ali, began discussing with Mahatma Gandhi the possibility of a united action on the issue. Gandhiji saw this an opportunity to bring the Muslims under the umbrella of a unified national movement. In September 1920, at the Calcutta session of the Congress, Mahatma Gandhi convinced the other leaders the need to start the non-cooperation movement in support to Khilafat and Swaraj. Next, we come to the Simon Commission. Simon Commission was constituted by the Tory government in Britain under the chairmanship of Sir John Simon to look into the functioning of the constitutional system in India was the main objective of this commission. This commission was opposed by the nationalists in India as it did not have a single Indian member. When the commission arrived in India, it was greeted with the slogan, "Simon, go back." All parties, including the Congress as well as the Muslim League, participated in the demonstrations. Next topic is, what were the different strands within the non-cooperation movement? These are all important topics, children, because these can come under any question. So if you know the topics thoroughly, you will be able to answer any question coming under these topics. Now, first of all, there was movement in towns. Who participated in this movement in towns? The middle class participation was the most in cities. The students left government-controlled schools, the teachers and the headmasters resigned. The council election was boycotted in most provinces excepting Madras, where the Justice Party, the party of the non-Brahmins, felt that it was one way of getting some power, so they were the one who agreed to the elections. Then there was the rebellion at the countryside. In countryside, the peasants of Awadh had tough times. They did not have land of their own, and so they had to do begar and work on the landowners' farms without any payment. Now they were forced to pay rents, which if not paid, the land was confiscated. So by October, the Kisan Sabha was set up, headed by Jawaharlal Nehru, Baba Ramchandra and others. This movement later merged with the non-cooperation movement. So, and that's all for this video today, children. Go through the topics thoroughly and we'll meet in the next video soon. Please subscribe to my channel so that you get the videos one after the other. Thank you so much. God bless.